invite you all to seat. Please have seats. Hello to all, and congratulations to all 307 graduating students from 47 countries. Welcome to your families, your friends, your teachers, your school staff, my colleagues, Dean Snyder. Welcome also to our first Yale School of Management commencement in our new gorgeous Evans Hall home. This is not only the largest Yale School of Management commencement in our history, but certainly must be our prettiest or one of our prettiest. And welcome then to the new, I believe temporarily still unnamed Evans Hall courtyard. Is that right, Dean Getz, Dean of Development? But in fact, if anyone cares to name it, we could perhaps have an auction right now, but I think Dean Snyder is saying, not now. Some of you may expect me, in fact, to now beam up 3 surprise CEOs on those giant screens behind, but again, my boss reminds me, not now. Speaking of identities, I am Jeff Sonnenfeld, a professor of management here at Yale School of Management and Senior Associate Dean, and the warm-up act for this event. I'm not in the program. I apologize that I'm filling in for my great colleague, David Bach, a Senior Associate Dean, who's unfortunately unable to be with us due to a family matter. However, our accomplished students before us will never have to apologize for your identities as Yale School of Management graduates. Elsewhere, sometimes professional school students are criticized as they feel they have to apologize for their more practical student identities relative to other schools on campus. In fact, Oliver Wendell Holmes, the longest-serving U.S. Supreme Court justice in history, complained that law schools, as professional schools, think that they make minds sharp by making them narrow. Your study here, by contrast, was not narrow specialization, but instead of pioneering integrated curriculum across fields designed to broaden your perspectives. Additionally, we do not stand apart from our parent university, but are an especially closely embedded business school proudly within its parent university. We have also given currency to our studies. 70 years ago, social critic, journalist H.L. Mencken complained that old universities such as this one tend to teach dead languages as if they were alive and teach living languages as if they were dead. You studied classic knowledge and cutting-edge research while addressing breaking fresh headlines of the societal context of business. No dead languages were taught here. Your study here also prepared you for your return to a world of increasingly hybrid markets, a convergence across sectors. Your studies moved from theory and knowledge to action-oriented practice, with class discussions and visiting leaders through your past 2 years here, fortifying your own already strong interest in the societal impact of business. Philosopher Baruch Spinoza advised that citizenship is earned and not born. We celebrate your triumphs today. Ironically, if there's one area we could have prepared you even better, it is not for mastering success, but in recovering from failure and learning from life's setbacks. The best case studies you had were probably not the tributes, but the pathologies. Anthropologist Joseph Campbell's great work, Hero of a Thousand Faces, revealed that failure is a universal life stage of heroic careers. It is the resilience from life's adversity where character is tested and tempered. Your resilience will rely heavily upon the wise perspectives and authentic concern of your social network and fellow classmates and family members here today. These human pillars of trust are the priceless resources for your career rebounds. These selfless, informed, devoted people are your most valuable life assets through their wisdom, generosity, and their respective networks. In getting to know our graduating students during the introspective career and leadership classes, I am encouraged by your already keen appreciation of the authentic friends and family you have in your networks. Unlike the future-obsessed students elsewhere, you appreciate the here and now. Thus, continue to enjoy your loving family, your loyal friends, your own accomplishments today as you celebrate them, but also on every coming day as well. Resist the pressures to neglect or take for granted these human bonds of today and a misguided, narrow focus only on your glistening futures. So as a practice, a wonderful Yale School of Management tradition is for you, the graduating class, to stand and turn, face the audience, and applaud the families, your friends, and supporters who sacrificed in so many ways to make your time at the Yale School of Management possible. Thank you. Please rise. And now I invite the students to begin the addresses and introduce themselves. Aldo?
To be honest, speaking after Professor Sonnefeld will always be a challenge, but I'll give it a shot. Dean Snyder, distinguished faculty, staff members, families, and friends. My name is Aldo Sales Saud. I come from Mexico, and I'm a very proud member of the MAM class of 2014. First of all, I must say that this has been a dream since I was a kid, and I'm finally here. It feels beautiful. 280 days ago, I arrived in New Haven with two things. One, an enormous student loan, and two, a feeling of courage, excitement, and motivation that couldn't fit my being. The first day, in the beautiful GM room, I met a group of people with whom I was going to spend the next year of my life. With very different accents and backgrounds, we started introducing ourselves, and I noticed two things. One, we have all left a lot back home to be here, and two, we're very different from one another. We're so different, and because of that, so rich. Our international family, which includes 38 people, from 14 global network schools, speaking 12 different languages, and coming from 19 different countries like Mexico, Brazil, the United States, Canada, Chile, Costa Rica, Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, India, China, Korea, Japan, Singapore, Pakistan, Ghana, Egypt, Sweden, and Israel have made this journey a very exciting adventure full of learning. We don't share who we adore, how we cook, not even how we dress or the time of the day we have dinner. But there is something that we all have in common, and is trying to be the best version of ourselves. We will definitely miss this place. So many unique experiences. From an improvised jazz on a Saturday night in the School of Music, to a discussion about happiness as a psychology class. We will miss having lunch in the carts, having cups at Morris, going to Gypsy, biking to East Rock, or eating at the Commons. We will miss this building and saying that we are MAM students. But none of this could have actually happened without the hard work and leadership of a team. And that's why, on behalf of the MAM class of 2014, I want to thank Dean Snyder for trusting us and making us part of this journey to the top. You're doing it great, by the way. I also want to thank Dean David Bach for his intelligence and leadership. I want to thank Ian Rogan and Kay Capriva for making the MAM possible. And I also want to thank Andrea Zapata for being a wonderful class leader and the love of my life. Today is a day of starting. And with that, I'm not trying to use a cliche of it's not the end, but the beginning. But what I mean is that today is again the day one of a new goal to crush, just a bigger one. All of us have had many different goals in life, and that's why we are here, right? For making it to the soccer team in high school, or getting to be with a pretty girl at school, to landing the dream job, or having business cards with the title founder and CEO. But none of this could have actually happened if we never started. Starting means to be the one who is at least trying to change how things are done. It means to take the risk of being one step ahead, always. Thank you very much. To start is actually to transform your dreams into actions today, right now. At your jobs, new ventures, and your families, always keep starting. So to conclude, I invite you, friends of the graduating class of 2014. Let's be the global leaders we've been prepared to be. Let's be the Michael Jordans and Hillary Clintons of our generation. More importantly, let's be the best moms and dads out there. Let's not be afraid of failure, as failure is the best teacher in life. Let's meet here in 5 or 10 years and share how life-changing this experience was. From each of you guys, I take an advisor, a potential partner in a different geographical location, a funny anecdote, and a true friend. Please do me a favor, dream as much as you can, hard as work as you can, and always, always be starting something. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Carol Rosenfeld, MBA class of 2014. Good afternoon, Dean Snyder, Dean Jane, faculty and staff, Rodney the Pony, family, friends, fellow graduates, esteemed silver cohort, elite Tres Platas learning team, and of course, Walross, the non-denominational price god who looks down upon us all. Now you might be thinking, what a great day for a graduation here in the Starship Enterprise. But what is it that these lovely graduates have actually achieved? And so I present to you the 3-minute MBA. One of the most important concepts we've learned in business school is the time value of money. This means that money today is worth more than money in the future. This is not to be confused with the money value of time, which suggests that at minimum wage rates, this speech is collectively costing you all about $619. You're welcome. Next up, Porter's 5 forces, which is a useful framework for industry analysis. The 5 forces are 1, buyer power, 2, supplier power, 3, threat of entry, 4, threat of substitutes, and 5, intensity of rivalry. But don't forget the 6th, 5th force, complementers. The real lesson here is that it doesn't matter if there are 5, 6, or 42 factors. It doesn't matter if there are 5, 6, or 42 factors that affect an industry. All that matters is that the alliteration works. In sourcing and managing funds, our professors put a complicated equation on the board, and they kept saying, "This is whack. This is whack." And I remember thinking, yeah, this is whack. Turns out they were just talking about the weighted average cost of capital. We've learned that willpower is a finite resource, and we have more of it when we have glucose in our bodies. This means that if you have something difficult to do, like homework or give a commencement speech, it's totally justifiable to eat an infinite amount of cookies to make sure you have the stamina to get things done. Please feel free, family and friends, to use this as an excuse to violate your diet at the lunch following this ceremony. And when everyone is lined up, waiting for cookies, turn to the graduate nearest you and ask them to explain why queuing equals pooling. Finally, should you ever want to give someone feedback, let me recommend the SBI method: situation, behavior, impact. For example, right now, while I'm giving this very speech, Francis is nodding encouragingly along. And it's making me feel great. Thanks, Francis. I could go on. IRR, ROI, EBITDA, EV, MC, 3 Cs, 4 Ps, NPV, Gypsy. One final war story. Dun, 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 dun. It's February of last year, and I get a call from my classmate Pedro. He just interviewed for an internship that I'm preparing to interview for the next day. He tells me they asked some tough questions, and I should be prepared to explain Monte Carlo analysis. Please don't actually ask me to do that. At that moment, after fall 1 and 2, and months of doubt about whether business school was really for me, I knew with certainty that I had come to exactly the right place. Yes, we have learned about economics and finance and management and competitive strategy and human capital and marketing. But at the end of the day, at our core, Yale SOMers are good people who enjoy competition but who are also fiercely loyal friends and colleagues. We look to expand the pie, not just capture it. Whether our work causes us to focus on business and/or society, we bring a perspective on both to everything we do. All of this is to say, it has been an incredible privilege to spend 2 years here studying with and getting to know all of you. I'm honored to call myself part of this amazing group of people. Congratulations to all of the MBAs and 3-minute MBAs graduating here today, and best of luck to the entire class of 2014.
Dean Snyder, distinguished faculty, fellow graduates, friends, family, welcome to this amazing setting for our graduation. I knew it would be kind of an epic event, but this wind is really adding an extra dimension. A few things blowing around here. I have the honor today of representing the 2014 Executive MBA class here at the Yale School of Management. My name's Al Caros. In my day job, I'm a primary care physician and the CEO of Coastal Medical in Rhode Island. But today I get to represent this unique group of students in this unique program here at SOM. So all of us in the class are drawn from different sectors of healthcare. We have people that work in academic medical center leadership. We have people who work in patient care, medical device companies, in the pharmaceutical industry, in continuing medical education, and the list goes on and on. And we came here from all around the country, from places like California, Texas, Atlanta. But what's a little bit unique and unusual is that we would come here for 2 days every 2 weeks, and then we would travel back to our day jobs, to the entirety of our regular lives with our families and the people we care about. And everything would be the same, except pretty much every night we'd be doing homework. We'd be doing spreadsheets, we'd be studying cases, we'd be meeting with each other on Microsoft Link. And then we would all fly or drive back here. We'd have 2 intense days in the classroom, studying together, maybe a little social activity and a couple of beverages on a Friday night, more classes on Saturday, and then back to the airport or back to the car. When we first got here, we were told by the leadership of this program that they would change the way that we think. And that's really a pretty tall order because some of us have been working in the healthcare industry for decades. But it's an amazing thing to look back now, and I think all of my classmates would agree and say, you know what, that promise was kept to us. They did change the way we think here. We look at problems differently. We analyze situations differently. We look at the business world around us through a set of lenses that we did not have before. So in spite of the fact that we've been working for decades, this has been a transformative experience for all of us. The mission of SOM is to educate leaders for business and society. And that's a mission that really resonates with my classmates and I. We had a chance to learn here to think about how do you align the mission of an organization to meet the greater needs of society? How do you take the power of the profit motive of a corporation and use that as a driving force to advance the greater good? And so I think that's really been an exciting perspective for us, and it's part of the gift that we take as we leave here. And so I want to extend a couple of thank yous on behalf of my classmates. First, I want to thank some of the amazing faculty who are sitting here for sharing their knowledge, their expertise, their inspiration, and their wisdom with us, because that is a great gift that we take with us. And we're going to honor that gift by the work that we will do individually and collectively going forward. I cannot wait to see what my classmates are doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We are going to be the leaders that we were trained to be here. I also want to add my thanks to all the friends and family here. This is an amazing journey, all this running back and forth, all of this balance between our work lives, our family lives, our academic lives. And it's a bittersweet time for us because we've had great camaraderie here, and we're going to be sorry to have to say goodbye to each other, although I'm certain we'll stay connected. I guess I should give a little word of caution to you and our families and friends, because we're coming back now. Be careful what you wish for. We're coming back in full force. We've got 20 more hours every week, and we're going to be bringing it when we come home. So please, family and friends in particular, join us in celebrating this accomplishment, because this is a shared accomplishment amongst all of us here. Not only the graduates, but the family and friends who have supported us. And please also share the sense of excitement that we all feel as we look to the future and are inspired by the work that lies ahead of us. Thank you very much.
So many things make us proud of our school, but nothing makes us more proud today than our graduates. Full-time MBA, the MBA for executives, and the second class of the Master of Advanced Management. We're just so happy for each of you, so delighted. To the friends, the family, demon lovers who supported our graduates, a heartfelt thank you to you. A special thanks to the people who traveled from so far to be here. And I also wanted to acknowledge that there are people who wanted to be here, but for a variety of reasons couldn't be here. We wanted to say a word of gratitude to them as well. And then there are people who are joining in online. We're delighted that you're joining us for this, our 37th commencement for the School of Management. To my faculty colleagues, our staff colleagues, an unreserved job well done. As to what lies ahead for the class of 2014, well, I had the pleasure of meeting with the student government, and Maya and her colleagues know that I'm an economist who specializes in the global economy, and they asked me to give my predictions about the global economy. So now I'm going to opine on the global economy. Well, you know that's not true. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future, so I will skip that part of the speech. Okay, that's done. I am an economist, but I'm not going to go there. I have the best of feelings, however, about the class of 2014, what you will accomplish in your professional lives, consistent with the wonderful remarks of Aldo and Carol and Al. My colleagues and I are confident about you because Yale SOM represents more than just a developmental passage. It represents something other than a process by which you go through a crucible and come out with more capabilities. You, the class of 2014, you've joined together. You have joined something special. You're going to carry forward together. And you're also going to join Yale School of Management's purposeful alumni in all sectors, in all parts of the world going forward. Due to the intensity of the school, the commitment of the faculty, and the connecting power of Yale, you will experience the world differently. We believe that you will have a sense of the world being smaller and more intimate than many others who are leaving business school this year from the wonderful peer institutions that you turned down. You will value yourself differently. You'll value your friends and your colleagues more substantially. With the relationships represented here and the relationships you'll build, you will be intimately and forever connected to this school and to this university. I could add in adjectives, but you already know them. For those of you who don't get the joke, it's an inside joke. You will engage and lead throughout the world with a different sense of scale and manageability. So, this is my third year at the school, and then I think about the last 2 years and the last year, and that time has been distinctive. And if we go back in history, it's interesting. The school started out without any facilities of its own, and then came the Pizza Huts. And in the early years, the school attracted a relatively small number of people to something called the Master of Public and Private Management. Most of those people came from the United States. And now we're here in Evans Hall with 3 master's programs and a PhD program. We've got 2 years behind us with the Global Network and 2 years of the new master's program and global aspirations. There's so much to reflect on, but there's one thing I wanted to note that might not be on everyone's mind. It's somewhat striking to me. You, the class of 2014, represent a turning of the corner in understanding fully the implications that we attract the most diverse profiles of students of any business school in the world. That's true. You understand the implications of that. We celebrate that. Your professional interests span every career path imaginable. You, our student clubs, our alumni, especially our younger alumni, faculty, and friends, in your time focused on supporting each other and working more effectively together. We recognize that Yale SOM could make the professional development challenge for this institution easier by mimicking the profiles of other schools, but we chose and choose not to do so. We are committed to the school's expansive role in business and society. You, the class of 2014, stepped up to the challenges that this enduring role implies. Who would have thought 2 years ago that at last month's Teddy's, now for those who are gathered here who don't have a clue about these soon-to-be famous awards, I apologize. Who would have thought that our Career Development Office would have received multiple awards? That reflects not just a change in CDO, but I believe a change in our understanding of what it takes to educate leaders for business and society. Now, almost everyone offering remarks at commencement yields to the temptation of giving advice. I'm only going to go part way with just one suggestion. It's a little bit of a strange one, but I was thinking about this as a somewhat practical idea. We all organize our environments, our desks, our laptops, our knapsacks, our Facebook pages, our phones, our team rooms. We personalize these, make them comfortable and motivating. In my office, I have an Enron jacket given to me by Jeff Skilling. Some may recognize these names. Enron, in its heyday, traded over $100 billion of energy contracts annually. It's a lot. Mr. Skilling is the former CEO of Enron. He's now a convicted felon, serving a 10-year term. For several years, Mr. Skilling was paid more than $100 million a year. Now, why put an Enron jacket on my coat rack? Is it just that I have fond memories of my time hanging out with Jeff? No. You can figure it out. My suggestion is that as you get settled in your various new environments, you might want to personalize your space and include, along with the things that are inspirational and connecting and motivating, something that reminds you to try to do the right thing every day. So, in sum, class of 2014, congratulations. When you take off the regalia today, you will do so as extraordinary people, capable, as intimately connected to this world. You'll proceed, you'll join others who are joined to this institution. My very last and often repeated reminder, the planes and trains and automobiles that take you away from here also come back. And to the extent that you come back in large numbers, we'll be delighted. So congratulations. We look forward to having you back. And next up, this is my transition. If you do come back in large numbers, we'll think of economies of scope. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are economies of scale.
As first years we begin the core, roll, with spreadsheet held in groups of four. Roll, Eli, Yale, roll. Eli, Yale, roll. Distinctions are the goal for us, roll. Until we see they're meaningless, roll. Eli, Yale, roll. Eli, Yale, roll. In debt we shall forever be, from buying snacks at FFT. Eli, Yale, Eli, Yale, roll. for business and society. We'll maintain our sobriety. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. By now it's clearly evident. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. We're purposeful and eminent. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Now off to jobs to make some dough. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. But S-O-M we hate to go. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro. Eli, 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 Yale. Fo-de-ro-de-ro-ro-ro.
Too late. Too late.
Many thanks to the wonderful economies of scale. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nick Barberis. I'm a faculty. Thank you. I'm a faculty member here at SOM. I'm just delighted to be the faculty marshal for the amazing class of 2014. Many congratulations to all the graduates and your families. We've reached a very important moment. We're about to give you those diplomas that you worked so hard to earn. Just before we get there, I need to give you a quick reminder about self-graduation. So self-graduation, it's an SOM tradition that began at the very first commencement ceremony of the school. We're going to proceed in alphabetical order through our degree programs, the Master of Advanced Management and then the Master of Business Administration, with the exception of some of our joint degree MBA students who are at the beginning or the end of the line so they can participate in ceremonies today in other Yale degree programs. I'm going to announce the name of the first graduate who's going to come forward to receive his diploma from Dean Snyder. The first graduate will announce the name of the next graduate before returning to his seat, and so on. And I'm going to ask you all to please hold your applause until all graduates have been recognized. So now that Dean Snyder has come forward, I'm delighted to say that our first graduate today is Rami Halim Athanasius.
Carolyn Tao.
Rodrigo Castro.
Yang Choi.
Pamela Ariana da Silva.
Brian Daly.
Xiaofeng Gao.
Eric Yuan Gao.
Candy Ching Guo.
Mitsuru Honda.
Talha Ibrahim.
Matthew Jung. Andrew Kwan. Jiwon Lee.
Frederick Lee Hussein.
Chunyan Liao.
Rachel Liu.
Tom Yilin Lu. Cecilia Meifang Liu.
Chanchaya Mehrotra.
Juan Melendez.
Francisco Molnar Neto.
Yvonne Perpetua Pantil.
Erwin Gabriel Roda.
Aldo Sales Saud.
Hoik Zio.
Jahi Shahar.
Aditya Sinha.
Vikram Sivakumar.
Ricardo Viteri.
Amy Yang Wang.
Fisher Yu Wang.
Nate Weisenberg.
Wen.
Gustavo Wang.
Yun Dayun.
Andrea Zapata Sosa.
Zhang Kuo Wang.
Giselle Croza.
Deborah Felice Abalon.
Chelsea Acosta.
Yumi Adachi.
Abisola Adedokun.
Shreya Agrawal Kanade.
Vikram Agrawal.
Mauricio Agudelo.
Diana Aitova.
Hussein Al-Shabib.
Sumit Aneja.
Yuan Angule.
Gold called champion Ohazo.
Alia Shan Aziz.
Jay Babchett.
Anna Bacharova.
Nicholas Bag.
Priscilla Pinheira Bala.
Sarah Renee Barbo.
Matthew David Barron.
Julian Michael Barsamian Moncrief.
Avik Basu.
Guy Benjamin.
Kate Brulent.
Gregory Stephen Bilazarian.
John Joseph Blamaki.
Christopher Freund Bother.
Miles James Bradley.
Patrick Charles Briot. John Brooks.
Nikhil Bum.
Lara Harless Burmeister.
Jessica Suzanne Butt.
Brendan Byrne.
Lei Chow.
Neil Carr.
Connor Cassis.
Sanchan Chakraborty.
Junchan.
Justine Chan. Liu Chen.
Rajiv Chegu.
Michael Chen.
Katie Chang.
Lei Cheng. Miyang Chun.
Jason Cho.
Matthew Chow.
Anthony Clark. Cleveland Coleman.
Timothy Slade Coulter.
Jacob Colton.
Patrick Conlisk.
Andrew Thomas Cook.
Kevin Ryan Cullinane.
Catherine Puste Curry.
Peter Da Silva Vint.
Jonas Dao.
Ricardo de Rocha Pando.
Albert Joseph de Cristino III.
Siddhartha Dev.
Khalil Diaz Ache.
Rachel Dickens.
Nathalie Debelly.
Simran Dua.
Kevin Duffy.
Brendan Edgerton.
Nicholas Eliso, aka Dr. Nick.
Emily Enty.
Charles J. Felix.
Margaret Eliza Ferenz.
Jessica Ann Gage.
Peter Gage Gardner.
Andrew Robert Garska.
Gene Beckham Goldwyn.
Andre Golus.
Nathaniel Gorens.
Neha Govil.
Sarah Jean Greenwald.
Christina Gerland.
Whitney Hampton.
Lillian Haney.
Kyle William Hathaway.
Stephanie Hawkins.
Thomas Patrick Hayes. Jason Robert Hensler.
Rachel Lauren Higby.
Jimmy Genuine Holleran.
Dove Horowitz.
Ye Hua.
Rafa Wara Frandes.
Kelly Huo.
Mario Iglesias.
Einar Ingverson.
Jiang Lidong.
Rachel Dorian Kagan.
Yoon Jung Kang.
Junichi Kato.
Yulia Hithan.
Marvin Pukyung Kim.
Stephen Kinchelo.
Robert Quinton King.
Rachel Allison Colander.
Philip Korsness.
Zosha Kozovsky.
Brennan John Krug.
Audrey Lai.
Peter Armstrong Laird.
And Miriam Laskowski.
Pedro Leon de la Barra.
Ariel Daniela Levin.
Matthew Jared Levine.
Fanny Lee.
Cici Qian Li.
Yao Li.
Yuqing Li.
Alan Shu Nan Liang.
Sudan, the hottest chocolate, Liu.
Francis Keaton Little.
Fion Sha Liu.
Stephen Hoi Jun Lo.
Marcel Anthony Logan.
Sarah Elizabeth Long.
Tony Lin.
Mr. Sean McKay.
Amit Majvari.
Rachel Mack.
Michael Paul Momberg.
Ian Robert McAllister.
Joel Graham McLaughlin.
Thomas Lawson Melton.
Jake Miller.
Catherine McGuire Miller.
Gerardo Molina.
Alison Mumi.
Christopher Morlott.
Nora Mueller-Alton.
Faith Munchi.
Joseph Michael Nagel.
Daniel Najjar. Brian Nathanson.
Lisa Nussbaum.
Bookie O. and Simi.
Daniel Patrick O'Reilly.
Oyenike Oyerinde.
Teja Padma. Ashley Pandya.
Enrique Javier Perez.
Zachary Benjamin Phillips.
Enrico Pini.
Daniel Magic Powers.
Srikar Kasanadhani Prasad.
Daniel Provenzano.
Michael James Mack Puckett.
Sebastian Mario Quadrant.
Eleanor English Quartel.
Rebecca Celia Rabison.
Brian Lee Radman.
Angad Manjeet Rajain.
Shrikant Ramachandran.
David Ramo.
Amandeep Kaur Randawa.
Paul Rand.
Tahira Ramatullah.
Yaneli Reyes.
Bruno Pasos Spinola Ribeiro.
Caro Rosenfeld.
Jeffrey Rothbard.
Wesley Charlotte Royce.
Stephen Figueroa Salinas.
Lynn Sarah Salmon.
Garnik Sarksian.
Rafael Scott Torres.
Abigail Linda Seidel.
Gerardo Sepulveda Navarro.
William Shaw.
Kevin Sherman.
Boris Segal. Sam Jordan Silverleaf.
Mila Singh.
Rohit Singh.
Sonal Singh.
Vishal Singh.
Beverly Sithole.
Laura Slavin.
Kaylin and Cora Smith.
Sarah Lynn Smith.
David Aaron Spett.
Aaron Barzilay Stelson.
Samuel Amos Sturm.
Maya Sudhakaran Nair.
Jason Philip Suway.
Francis Henderson Sims.
Gregory and Henry Tanner.
Chris Tatarovich.
Clinton Tupper.
Robert Chester Thompson.
Lokesh Todi. Jeremy To.
Christopher Totieri.
Matthew Trevino. Yeah, you got it.
Thomas Moore Trudeau.
The Dennis Tsang University.
Ryan Tennell. Elizabeth Upshur.
Selene Houston.
Tyler Stephen Van Leeuwen.
DePaul Vaughn.
Alina Vorobechek.
Brandon Chibon Y.
Noah Webb Walker.
Ada Funshine Wan.
Meg Watkins.
Sonia Weish.
Aaron Winters.
Nathaniel Wong, ladies and gentlemen.
Sung Tak Yang.
Christopher Michael Zappi.
Chao Hua Dan.
Zhou Yi.
Yvonne Zhu.
Sarah Stuckert.
Brian Hung.
And Morrow Johnson.
Caitlin Maureen Hannon.
Fernando Herrero Sin.
Marjan Firuzgar.
Tian Gai.
Fiona Hacksher.
Robert James.
Daniel Coleman Simon.
Daniel Richard Weisfield.
Yizuo.
Brendan Banks.
Anis Chagpar.
Zhao Li Chen.
Cheng Ming Liang.
Praveen
Anaso, Zoguli.
Mark Allen Chang.
Wendy Lee Davis.
Beth DeSteffens.
Amit Garg.
Jafri Muhammad.
Belinda Kerr.
John J. Kim.
George Allen Caros.
Suzanne Lagarde.
Zahid Lalani.
Junjin Liu.
Robert Armstrong Martin. Chad Allen McLaughlin.
Blake O'Shaughnessy.
David Paller.
Anjana Pandey.
Frank Rashanger.
Evan R. Sussman.
Dr. Emma Esther Vinarski.
Dr. Adam Lawrence Wallowik.
Lunch, anyone?
3 minutes as the last person standing between graduates, their families, and lunch. I'll keep it short. I imagine that you recall the precise moment a little more than 2 years ago, and for our MAM students, a little more than a year ago, when you received word of your admission to Yale. Handpicked among thousands of others for the chance to receive an eminent education, you felt exhilaration and pride at your selection, and with good reason. We admitted you after poring over your credentials one student at a time. We found in each of you a singular passion for addressing some of the most vexing problems confronting our planet. You were attracted in turn to a School of Management unlike any other, to the proposition that the solution to these problems must draw upon the best ideas in business, entrepreneurship, and social sectors. You were drawn to a university that has been a beacon to some of the greatest minds during the last 3 centuries and whose influence reaches every corner of the globe. I imagine that this word from Yale 2 years ago was celebrated in hundreds of homes and private gatherings around the globe. Today, your graduation is the cause of even greater exhilaration and pride for each of you, and the joyful occasion of celebration in the private gatherings of families and friends who have supported your quest. It marks your achievement and the tremendous expansion of your intellectual horizons, professional expertise, and personal relationships. But your graduation also marks another achievement, a public, collective one as a class and a community. So much of what you have accomplished during the last 2 years and what you will take with you as the reservoir of skills, knowledge, perspectives, and relationships could only have been created by pooling together the diverse talents that brought you to Yale. Throughout your professional careers, your Yale education will stand you in good stead as the lasting foundation for understanding, conceptualizing, and solving management problems. Your life's work, both in the service of private enterprise and public good, will be replete with opportunities to draw upon the knowledge and skills you have gained here. It will also require of you an awareness of the limits of your knowledge, the wisdom to ask the right questions, the courage and leadership to make decisions in the face of ambiguity, and the inner resources of rectitude and moral reflection when confronted with ethical quandaries. I hope you'll find that your Yale experience has greatly refined and enhanced all of these qualities as well. The credentials you have earned and the diploma you now hold in your hands will open doors for you throughout your lives, and you should have a deep sense of pride in what the Yale education represents. But your presence here, certainly my own at this podium, is also a reflection of the privilege and extremely good fortune that life's circumstances have granted us. This privilege behooves all of us to be especially mindful of the subtle boundary between pride and conceit, between self-confidence and the arrogance of entitlement. I urge you to carry your credentials with lightness, humility, grace, generosity, and uncompromising integrity. I've had the pleasure to get to know some of you very well and to observe at close range the gifts of your talent. Despite the predictable passage of many students through the doors of this institution each year, my colleagues in the faculty and staff become enormously fond of so many of you. Though the day carries the wistfulness of a farewell, the moment of your graduation today, a glorious closure to the moment of your admission 2 years ago, is one for all of us to celebrate with a shared sense of joy in your accomplishment. I know that your involvement with the school will continue and your achievements will add further luster to the school's reputation, which is now yours to nurture for the rest of your lives. My final pleasant task is to thank our distinguished faculty and our dedicated staff who have given tirelessly of themselves over the last 2 years to make your educational experience so wonderful. To our graduates, to all your families and loved ones, congratulations, best wishes, and Godspeed. This brings to an end the formal part of the ceremony. Lunch is served on the 2nd and 4th floors throughout this building, and there is additional seating available in the back of the building as well as throughout the 2nd and 4th floors. Congratulations and best wishes. Thank you.